Last week, the Supreme Industries car for Paul Aroot had a great run going as well. He was extremely disappointed when he got involved in a mix-up in the event, no fault of his own. Tonight, well, he'd like to put that Supreme Industries car on the podium for the very first time.
And it seems almost everybody got into trouble a week ago. Now, Dwayne Provost, remember that car was severely damaged after his qualifying run. He didn't even complete it. So we'll see how healthy that number 88 car is. Now, Dwayne Provost is starting on the outside of the fifth row.
Hayes is there. He's there with some pretty good company, as Hayes has been very cautious in qualifying tonight. We noticed that. There's the double greens. And Bren gets off to a good start, car number 66.
Boy, he had a great getaway as he got away from Barkowski. And now it is Norman Sears providing some pressure. And we talked about a damaged race car. It doesn't look that damaged now, does it? As Provost is trying to hang in there.
Certainly is. Already the Supreme Industries car for Paul Aroot and Sears are side by side in a battle for the third spot. Barkowski holding on for second, but for how long? Bassett is moving there, and you're right, Matt. Provost has got a car that's working inside and outside.
Yeah, if you could get by David Aroot, that is an indication that your car is pretty strong, and he just executes that move. 3 wide on the front straightaway. The winner of that battle was Austin Bassett as he camps out into fourth place.
Good battle right there, side-by-side racing. Barkowski still in second. Bren is the rabbit hunted by the dogs out in front. Bren's been to victory lane this season. He is a driver that has consistently improved each and every time out. Now look at Sears working over Saunders, Matt. That's a good battle for the fifth position. And then there's some side-by-side racing with David Aroot and Provost, and Hayes realizes he's got to bring his A game if he's going to be a factor for that title.
Now, Provost is usually better on the inside, but he is doing a great job on the high groove to try to clear the 28 of David Aroot. So that is a very intriguing battle, but a huge lead is opened up by Justin Bren. Best battle, fourth and fifth, as Austin Bassett is going to get a threat from Albert Hayes.
Certainly is. Back up front, Paul Aroot, that Supreme Industries car, is working over Barkowski, and that's a good battle for the second spot as well. 5 of the 20 circuits into the record books in this one.
And let's see what Saunders can do in that 0-4 against Austin Bassett. He stays pinned to the back bumper of the 64 car, and Bassett is making a move as he is putting some heat on the back bumper of Paul Aroot's number 82 car. So some very interesting racing.
They come off the second turn and down the back straightaway. Paul Aroot still holding on in that third position. That Supreme Industries car looking strong here tonight. There is Austin Bassett trying to create some magic on the bottom. Saunders is there, side-by-side racing for the third spot. 3 wide action. And Austin Bassett picks up the third spot. Here comes Andrew Hayes. Bottom shot move down underneath Sears. Paul Aroot is there. And so isn't Jesse Hines, David Aroot, and Provost out in front and pulling away. Justin Bren. His dad ran that number and that combination here in the early days of the All-American Sportsman Division. Trouble now. Further back, Provost, car that looked so strong for a while, is starting to weaken. And it's dropping further back in the field. David Aroot's car not up to speed as well. This time by 10 circuits to go for Justin Bren. Barkowski still in second. Austin Bassett still in the third spot. Saunders in the fourth position. And Paul Aroot, that Supreme Industries car, has got 5. just in front of Hayes. Now Hayes picks up the spot, Matt.
And Hayes is starting to make some noise here in the second half of the race as Hayes has maneuvered his way into fifth place.
While that was happening, Paul Aruch's car suddenly became evil, got sideways on him, did a good job of correcting that. A little further back in the field, Provost is just riding it out at this point. Bassett putting pressure on the 7 of Barkowski. Austin Bassett takes a peek at the inside. Second place is where it's happening, Matt.
Let's see when Bassett is going to make a challenge. As Barkowski trying to get on the podium, that would be a significant accomplishment for him. But awesome Austin Bassett with one win this year is nipping at his heels as they fly into the fourth turn. It's a good job for Albert Saunders in fourth and Andrew Hayes. Right now he is doing just what he needs to do. Run a steady pace and try to get as many points as he can.
He's doing just that. Leader is still Bren, setting a nice pace as the leader, running away like the scared rabbit from the dogs in the hunt for another victory here at the half mile. Off turn number 4, high 5 coming out from Rich Keeter. Good battle for second.
It looks like Bassett just is about ready to take a shot at the 7, but not yet. A pretty good move coming off the corner by Glenn Barkowski as Bassett is not able to get close enough to make that bottom shot move. Let's see if he tries it again as they go into turn number 1.
Glenn Barkowski has driven a flawless race tonight in second. Nobody's handed anything to him, and he has held off all the opposition here. This time, when they come back to the line, 17 of 20. 3 circuits to go, a mile and a half.
Glenn Barkowski has had 2 third-place finishes this year, but this would be his first second place if he can hold off Austin Bassett for a few more laps. Good run, Albert Saunders. Albert Hayes rounding out the top 5, and Jesse Hines. Remember, he started at the rear of the field, and he is starting to gain some ground.
All of a sudden, Provost makes his move and goes around. Oh!
3-car predicament.
Norm Sears' car spun to avoid in a 3-car mix-up, and Saunders had no place to go, and they hit head on. What a heartbreaker there.
That was a pretty severe collision between the 36th, I believe the 4-car of Cliff Saunders, and another car involved, but some serious damage to the front of that number 4 car for Cliff Saunders.
And Matt, it wouldn't be a night of racing here at Stafford without these words.
I'm glad you brought that up, because we are ready for the 3 most exciting words in motorsports. Green, white, checker, to determine the winner of our 20-lap limited late model feature. I was worried we weren't going to be able to say that tonight, but we are, and this should be a game changer because Justin Bren had a good lead, and not only does he have to worry about Glenn Barkowski trying for his first ever limited late model victory, but Austin Bassett will be starting on the inside of the second row. He could have a trick or two for our leader, Justin Bren.
You know, heartbreaking situation for Sears, who spun to avoid what happened on the racetrack. We very seldom see the Saunders cars involved in any mix-ups, and the racetrack was blocked, no place to go, and it was a head-on situation, doing severe damage to the front end of car number 4. So the racetrack work continues by the family Ford of Enfield safety crew, as now our family Ford of Enfield Safety Services Group, they've done a great job in 2014. Hats off to these guys. Hardworking, dedicated, the unsung heroes.
And 2 of the best safety-looking vehicles you will find anywhere.
That's right. And you can purchase a vehicle exactly like those at Family Ford of Enfield. Get ready. Justin Bren's commanding lead is all but gone. Barkowski best finish has been a third. Bren gets a little giddy up, and don't count out the Saunders number 04 as Austin Bissett. He lost some ground, Matt.
Yeah, he goes to fourth, and Glenn Barkowski, he was able to get to the inside for track position. He is holding off the challenge of Albert Saunders down to the final lap. It's Justin Brent trying to keep it together, and Glenn Barkowski is looking for his best finish of the season.
Down the back straightaway, battle for second. Final time into turn number 3. Barkowski on the inside. Saunders on the outside. But Justin Bren has done it. Another victory here at Stafford. Second, close one. But I think Albert Saunders squeaked out the runner-up spot, Matt.
That's what our scoring system in the booth says. As on the scoreboard, it has Barkowski. Our monitor has Saunders, so we will wait for it to be official. We know Austin Bissett was fourth, and Andrew Hayes was fifth, and he will hang on to his point lead for at least one more week.
Jesse Hines will finish unofficially in 6th. 7th is Dwayne Provost. Paul Arute will finish in 8th. Joe Nojek finishing in 9th. David Arute to finish in 10th.
And then in 11th, it was R.J. Sordell. Norm Sears had some tough luck finishing 12th, and some tougher luck for the 4 of Cliff Saunders as he will finish in 13th. So what we know for sure is Justin Bren is won for the second time, and the numbers have been readjusted on the board, and Glenn Barkowski does get his best finish. He had a pair of thirds, and now he gets to second for the first time this year. So I think for the driver of from Manchester, he will tell you that's almost like a victory for him.
And a good run. Napa Victory Lane opens up. Want to remind everybody, too, about DJ Jim. He's going to be for that special Rod and Custom show at Ted's Supermarket in Hebron, Connecticut on Sunday. Check it out. It's going to be great.
That's right. It's going to be at Ted's IGA Market, Route 66 in Hebron. All the fun starts at 4 o'clock. All kinds of classic cars and other features, too, taking place beginning at 4 this coming Sunday afternoon.
Well, Justin Bren is out of the automobile. He is ecstatic. Let's go down to Tony Sutton.
Well, Justin, man, you just drove away from everybody else there, and the yellow flag must have said, "Oh no."
I wasn't looking forward to that caution. I was just like 2 laps to go. I was looking in the mirror, there was nothing there, and I was really excited. The caution came out, and I was like, well, I guess I got to earn this one too.
Well, you did, and you did a good job. Great drive. Anybody quick you want to mention?
Oh, definitely. I got to thank Rob Russell for the handling in the chassis. I need to thank Tony from TA for the power. I need to thank my sponsor, George Mack LLC, for buying my tires tonight. I need to thank Tibbetts Optical, Batera Chevy, Performance Auto, D&M Auto, Hood Medic, Napa from Dudley and Southbridge, Inland Docks, BA Museo, Asylum Fitness, Trackside Motors, and I got to thank Billy and JJ for their help tonight. I got to thank my teammate RJ and everybody else that helps. I got to thank my dad.
You got them all in, and they're not written on your sleeve. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much.
Well, Glenn, you worked that number 7 really hard, and everybody else around you was binging and banging on you, but congratulations, second spot.
Hey, thank you very much. Hey, it was a tough race. Congratulations to Justin. Hey, I got to thank my crew. I got the best crew in the paddock area. I got Art, Tim, and Ken. Could not do it without those guys. Hopefully next time we'll get one spot better.
Congratulations on second spot. Well, you put that 04 where it shouldn't have been a couple of times and didn't even touch anybody. A great finish. I know it was third, but, man, what a nice drive.
Yeah, I was kind of ready, all settled in to finish 4th, and then we got that late caution, and outside's really tough, but Justin got a really good restart, and then Glenn was able to drop down, which left the outside open for me. And I drove it into turn 1 so deep, thought I had a flat tire there for a second, but it stuck. It was a really good race. Thought I had Glenn coming across the line there, but I guess he beat me. Congratulations to Justin again. That's really cool. I got to thank American Sleeve Bearing, Flunker Race Chassis, Rad Auto Machine, Rob Davis, Johnson Memorial Medical Center, BA Museo, BMR Transmissions, my mom, my whole team, everyone that helped me out.
Congratulations on third. Great finish.
Yeah, thank you.
Adam Gray has the point lead. But we know anything can happen as our car's getting the tires heated up and getting ready for what should be a barn burner tonight in the late models. Tom Butler, he is a feel-good story. He came out of a couple of years off, and he looked out of it when he first arrived, could not get any luck, could not make his car last except for a few laps. He has turned things around. Let's go to our colleague on pit road as he will be handling our Flamingo Motorsports reports, Tony Sutton.
Well, the guy to keep an eye on is Tom Fern. He's been working real hard to make sure he matches up those tires properly, both stagger and air pressure, and he feels that the softer tires on both right and left allow great power off the corners. So Fern, although starting back a couple of rows, he thinks he's got what it takes this evening to go to the front and win, number 92.
Well, you know what they say, Ben. What are you going to learn? Never count out Tommy Fern.
That is so true. Lights are off from Whelen Engineering. Full-bodied Thunder, late model style here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. We've told you the points. We've told you who the big winners are. But tonight, a new day and a new deal for the late models. They rumble off turn number 4. Rich Keeter looking the field over. Ladies and gentlemen, the double greens are out and they're side-by-side racing down into turn 1.
It's some hard racing to get us started by Corey Casagrande as he got away from Sorzelle. Look at Tommy Butler. In a movie, they come together, Casagrande and Butler, as Casagrande is bulldozed into the grass.
Is Casagrande. J.J. Hill also down in the grass. Casagrande is not pleased with the situation there, and they cross the line. One lap up on the board. Caution flag now comes out. 23 goes spinning for Rich Heyman.
Boy, Casagrande has had some bad luck, but it usually happens a little deeper in the race. This time it started on the first lap when he and Butler got together, and he was flung to the grass, and he is stuck in the weeds there, adjacent to the backstretch. So Corey Casagrande, a new chapter in the bad luck season for him.
Certainly is, and heartbreaking situation there. At one point, he was literally completely sideways coming off that turn, and Butler kind of backed out of it, but the end results was Corey spinning through the infield, and he is down on pit road. This is not a planned safety stop. Let's see if any of our infield reporters can tell us what they can see. J.J. Hill was involved after the altercation. Now let's go down on pit road to Connor Sullivan.
They're jacking the rear up, the car up on J.J. Hill's car. Looking over the right side, there's a big hole in the right side, and a lot of the sheet metal's been pushed in. They're checking the right front. All the tires do appear to be up. Let's go to Tony Sutton.
Corey Casagrande in the one car is in. They've got some sheet metal damage, not that serious, so they got the 100-mile-an-hour tape out, but they're going to need a lot of tape because the seam between the lower section of the air dam and bumper and the hood and fender has been compromised in that contact back upstairs.
I think the way Corey Casagrande's season is gone, he needs 200-mile-an-hour tape.
I think you were right, and this is very unfortunate for him, who was looking for a great run tonight. So we're waiting to see what will show on the scoreboard as the NASCAR officials and Tommy Fern reevaluate everything, as we will then cross over and double up the field. And we're looking for some information as we speak. It looks like the Tom Butler car, yes, it is coming down a pit road. Now, we don't know at this point if the reason is a mechanical problem.
But we should be able to find out if he stops or not.
The front bumper cover on the thing. And let's go to Tony Sutton.
Butler comes in, the bumper cover has been peeled back toward the wheel. They're going to make sure that's clear of the wheel as the 4 car in a really spectacular combination with the 1 car earlier on. They're trying to get the sheet metal out, and they feel it's free of the tire, and Butler in the number 4 pulls out back onto the racetrack.
You know, Tommy Butler the last couple of weeks has been very strong, like days of old. And Steve McCarthy is one of the men that creates the magic on that race car, and he had focused a lot previously on Danny Cates running here at Stafford, so he is now back focusing on that late model, and it seems to be creating some magic. Green flag is back out. No laps are on the board. Scorzelli, and a car prepared, believe it or not, by his wife, is getting the job done out in front. Look at Jimmy Peterson, and look at Joshua Wood, a rookie that's won once, and he's looking to add another round to the win category.
Boy, the rear end almost came around on the Peterson car. Things got a little hair-raising, but he is able to keep it under control. Third is a battle between Josh Wood and Kyle Casagrande, and moving in is Adam Gray and Tommy Fern, and Tommy Fern is able to lightning bolt his way into third place.
He certainly is. Fern is creating magic in the top three. Gray is up to the fourth spot. Here comes Josh Wood, now being challenged by the 7 Casagrande machine of Kyle. Down the back straightaway, side-by-side racing for third. Two of the best in this class, Matt.
And the winner of that battle is Adam Gray as he gets underneath Tommy Fern to take over third. We got a great battle for the lead between Scorzelli and Jim Peterson, and an intense fight for third between 3 drivers, Adam Gray, Tommy Fern, and Josh Wood.
Good racing action there. Back up front, Peterson all over Scorzelli. They come off the turn, and Scorzelli is still the leader. Last week, they had a suspension part break on the 18 car, but now it is running strong at the front of the field. Jimmy Peterson sniffing right there, but not good enough to be able to pull it off yet. 4 of the 30 laps are down. Things are starting to settle in. And now, Corey Casagrande has just went around Michael Bennett as Corey's coming back to the front of the field.
Do you think he's driving with a little anger in his eyes? That could be the case for the 1 car of Casagrande. He is currently in 6th place. The battle up at the front between Scorzelli and Peterson. Normally when Jim Peterson has a good car, he likes to make that move for the lead early. So let's see what Peterson does in the next couple of laps.
Good racing right there as Peterson is trying just about everything to get the job done. Scorzelli comes all the way from upstate New York to compete here at Stafford. And he still is the leader. 7 of the 30 laps are now complete.
And it looked like Peterson was going to take a shot underneath Scorzelli, but decided to wait. Pulling away is Adam Gray as he gets distance between himself and Tommy Fern.
Michael Bennett spins down the back straightaway with car number 16.
And he is going to make it an emphatic spin that time.
Tries to get it fired back up. Caution flag is out as Michael Bennett was drifting further back in the field.
And our second yellow, and that should help out a driver like Corey Casagrande. It will bunch up the field and put him close to our leader, which has been Mike Scorzelli.
Scorzelli doing a good job. As we said last week, broke suspension on the car. Michael Bennett is heading back down on pit road.
Now, what is our theme for the night so far?
Our theme for the night is all first-time winners.
And Mike Scorzelli has never won at Stafford before, so he could keep that streak alive if he holds off Jim Peterson. Of course, the guys that are chasing him, Jim Peterson, Adam Gray, and Tommy Fern, those guys just haven't won races here. They have won championships. We will go down on pit road for this Flamingo Motorsports Report. We'll start it off with Connor Sullivan.
And on the rest of the car. Let's go to Tony Sutton.
His wife, Michaela, she just told me they don't talk that much, and she kept saying to him, stay low, and he said, I'm staying low. I'm following my directions from my crew chief back upstairs.
She's an awesome crew chief, by the way, and not only is she good at that, but she is a film producer, a big-time film producer in upstate New York, but she loves to get her hands dirty and create some magic. It's a true team effort, husband and wife with car number 18, but you got to beat Jimmy Peterson, and he is tough here at Stafford, a legend in the late model division.
And let's see, oh, what a start by Peterson as the 18 of Scorzelli did not come up to speed.
Heartbreaker there all of a sudden. Here comes Fern and Adam Gray. Adam Gray has a car that seems to stick wherever he puts it, but guess what? Yellow. And let's see what the story is going to be here. Was it a bad start, Matt?
It appeared to be the case, as Sorzelli did not come up to speed, and the flag is being pointed in the neighborhood of Jim Peterson in the 17 car.
It was a double point situation, so he was scolded by Rich Keeter and scolded by Mike Bennett.
Everybody on the flag stand had a piece of that one.
Oh boy, that wasn't what we wanted.
So we will go back to work. It was a dress rehearsal, and we'll do it again for keeps with Sorzelli on the inside in car number 18 in his second full season here at Stafford. And to the outside, Jim Peterson. Jim Peterson with one win this year, and it came on the extra distance 60-lap event as we are getting ready to turn him loose one more time.
Off turn number 4. Much better. Side by side, looking for the start. Green is out. Scorzelli and Peterson. Not a law firm, but a battle up front.
And it is a firm hand to Jim Peterson, who almost got the advantage on the outside. Sorzelli hanging tough. Battle for third and fourth between Gray and Fern. They swing off the corner. Sorzelli trying to keep his lead, and he is pulling away from Peterson. Gray moves into second.
Scorzelli still in command. Gray is up to second. Here comes Tommy Fern, while Adam Gray works over Scorzelli for the lead deep into turn number 3. 9 of the 30 are up on the board. Scorzelli has been there. Gray is dancing down low, side-by-side racing as they head to turn 1.
Gray has the adrenaline and the leverage on the inside as he is on the verge of taking the lead, and Adam Gray moves in front of Mike Scorzelli.
Car number 16, Michael Bennett, a drive-through penalty. Second leader of the event is Gray. Meanwhile, Scorzelli still in the catbird seat. Fern is still in the third spot. Peterson's for 4, Joshua Woods for 5, and Gambler Corda, just as we predicted, he's hanging around with the big dogs in the top 5.
Well, he knows how to make that car last. A good move, and Kyle Casagrande making the same move underneath Wood. And now J.J. Hill wants a piece of that as he is going to stroll underneath the 15 car. So all of a sudden, Josh Wood has lost 3 positions.
Certainly has, and it appears now Tommy Fern is starting to move in and make a challenge for second underneath Scorzelli. Fern, slingshot move. Scorzelli settles back into the third spot. Peterson right there, nipping at his heels. 13 of 30 now complete.
And Peterson trying to explode underneath that 18 car. Mike Scorzelli, they are dead even. Kevin Gambacorta is in great position in 5th, but it's Peterson who emerges in 3rd place.
They come rumbling back to the stripe. There's where the action seems to be developing. Scorzelli, Gambacorta. Then it is Kyle Casagrande. Up the hill goes J.J. Hill. Corey Casagrande is trying to build up that rhythm. Trouble now. We've got a caution off turn number 4. The deuce of Stu Fern will bring out the caution. 14 laps in, 1 lap shy of the halfway marker. That'll work to the advantage of Michael Bennett, who was brought down on pit road for a drive-through penalty.
So he will be able to make up some of the distance that separated him from the rest of the field. Adam Gray took the lead as he took it from Mike Scorzelli. Adam Gray said last year everything went perfectly. This year was not the case, and he has really had to drive the wheels off that car to get back into the point lane. So last season was a dream year for Adam Gray. This year, there's been some nightmares thrown in, but he has been able to handle it as he won last week, and that was his 4th win of the season. So remember, last week he didn't get off the podium until the last week of the season. Well, he started off with a non-podium run and then had top 3s the rest of the way. This year has been more of an ordeal, but it shows you what a good driver he is to be able to handle it. Stu Gray takes that car behind the wall. It looks like the hammer, Rich Heyman, is back out. So is Josh Wood, and they're still doing work on the Mike Bennett number 16 car.
Same can be said about the 4 of Butler's machine. Now, if you haven't done this, do it now. We need you to Facebook us the top 5 for the SK Modified feature that is coming up next. You could win $150 cash or tickets to New Hampshire. Do it now, please. Right now, green is about to come back out. And it is a good battle at the point. Two of the best in this division, making three of the best. We've got Gray, Fern, and Peterson contending for the lead.
Fern has an answer for Adam Gray, sticking with him as they go into turn 4. So Adam Gray finding it very difficult to pull away from the 92 car, but he finally clears it. And now there's room on the inside for Peterson. Comes together with Fern.
Kicks up a little dust on the racetrack. No harm, no foul. Here comes Peterson down low. Michael Bennett is having a night of horror. He's back down on pit road. Meanwhile, off the turn, rumbling back to the line. Gamba Corda is now back to the top 4.
In 5th is Kyle Casagrande. In 6th is a war between J.J. Hill and Mike Sorzelli. And Peterson and Corey Casagrande win that war. Best battle on the track is for 3rd and 4th between Tommy Fern and Kevin Gambacorta.
Good battle right there. Meanwhile, it's Kyle Casagrande. Gambacorta gets a wheel down underneath Tommy Fern. Fern skates off the 4th turn. Battle for the 3rd. Gambacorta looks to move to the podium. Quietly and silently, and now look at Kyle Casagrande. He's in the middle of the mix there. 3 cars contending for 3rd.
And it is Gambacorta, the MO of him. That car usually gets better for the waiting laps of the race. And right now he moves into 3rd. Here comes Kyle Casagrande trying to duck underneath Tommy Fern. He is on the verge of taking over 4th place.
No question about it. And the Casagrande boys are giving it the old 1-2 punch. Corey had misfortune on the first lap. He's recovered nicely. Same can be said for J.J. Hill. They never quit. They keep digging in. 19 laps and counting, side-by-side racing. This time it's a battle between Fern, who was once up front, but now settling further back in the field, and that's not where he wanted to be.
As Corey Casagrande digs underneath him, and now he is on the verge of losing a spot to J.J. Hill in car number 41. And Fern is able to shut the door down temporarily at the front of the field. Things are interesting between Adam Gray and Jim Peterson. Adam Gray has built up a pretty good lead, but not as big as you would expect. Jim Peterson is hanging tough with 9 laps to go.
9 laps and counting down as Adam Gray still the dominant car. Jimmy Peterson, great run for Gambacorta again. And meanwhile, it is the number 7 machine for Kyle Casagrande. Last week he had a pretty good run, and now consistency is going to be the story there. Then it is Corey Casagrande, and then Tommy Fern, who was up front, but that car suddenly become evil, Matt. There was 8 circuits to go, and it looks like Gray, the champion he was, looking to be the champion that he is.
And he is seeking his 5th win of the year. Kevin Gambacorta, one of the best drivers that nobody talks much about. He is holding his own against a very hungry Kyle Casagrande. So those 2 cars scoot into the 2nd quarter, and the lead continues to shrivel for Gambacorta because Kyle Casagrande is having a pretty good second half of this race.
He certainly is, and it's still not over with yet. 7 circuits remaining in this event. J.J. Hill, Tommy Fern, Josh Wood, all running strong, but not strong enough, as once again Adam Gray still the leader. Peterson, the margin between 1st and 2nd remaining about the same. This time when they come to the stripe, the high 5 circuits to go.
And Adam Gray stretching things out against the 3-time champion Jim Peterson. Most of the intrigue is for 3rd and 4th as Gambacorta is trying to hold off Kyle Casagrande. And some guys who have never given up, well, you got to put Tommy Fern in that list. He is 6th, J.J. Hill in 7th, and Josh Wood. He started up front, lost a lot of positions, but he has solidified his night. He is in 8th place.
He certainly is. Now it's time for the countdown. Less than 4 circuits, 2 miles left. And Adam Gray seems to be unstoppable and is literally pulling away further from Jimmy Peterson, who sets in 2nd. Not the story for Gambacorta in 3rd. The Casa Grande boys are right behind him, and they are closing up the gap.
And that is Kyle in the 7, Corey in the 1. They are breathing fire. But does anybody have an answer for Adam Gray? That has not been the case for the last 2 seasons. As he scoots off of turn number 4, he is down to the final 2 laps, and Jim Peterson is running out of time.
The clock is ticking. Peterson is being consistent. That is how he's won many a title here at Stafford. But for Adam Gray, it's consistency and speed and a dominant car. The defending champ looks to be a repeat winner. White flag is out, 1 circuit to go.
And we'll see if Adam Gray can keep it together for 1 more lap. The lead remains consistent against Jim Peterson. So here comes Adam Gray into turn number 3, looking for his 5th win of the year.
Off the turn, ladies and gentlemen, 5 wins in 2014. Adam Gray has done it. Jimmy Peterson in for 2nd. Kevin Gambacorta to finish in 3rd. Kyle Casagrande for 4th. Great comeback for Corey to finish in 5th. Tommy Fern started out strong. Mechanical woes. He'll finish in the 6th spot. J.J. Hill was 7th. Joshua Wood would finish in the 8th spot. Michael Scarzelli would finish in 9.
Then it was Rich Heyman in 10th, Darrell Keene in 11th, Tom Butler in 12th, Michael Bennett in 13th, Stuart Fern 14th. So Adam Gray will pick up 2 points against Jim Peterson. And if Adam Gray can win next week, he will put a padlock on the 2014 championship. So a profitable night and a very lucrative night for Adam Gray as he tries to win championships back-to-back. Jim Peterson held his own for a while, but Adam Gray just had too much firepower tonight. And if you're looking for a feel-good story, Kevin Gambacorta,
yes,
another podium run, and I don't think that driver from Ellington gets the credit that he deserves.
I think you're right, and shame on us for not delivering the goods when it comes to Gambacorta, who finishes on the podium once again.
Never seems to have a bad race.
Nope, he does not. Remember, not too late to Facebook us the top 5. The fastest division of the night, the SK Modifieds, are prepared and ready to do battle after Napa Victory Lane.
So Tony Sutton is standing by, getting ready to talk to Adam Gray, who is quite used to these victory speeches because nobody has given more in the last year and a half than Adam, as he will vault himself out of that race car. And Adam Gray, it looked at the beginning of the season that he was going to have to work to repeat, but now he's won for the 5th time, as he will talk at Napa Victory Lane to Tony Sutton.
Adam Gray, a great performance in the late model. I'll tell you what, it was very, very impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Tonight was right place, right time, getting the restarts on the inside. I can't thank my crew enough. We were just more or less working until we lined up on the car. It wasn't that great in the qualifier. I gotta thank all my sponsors: Meadows Motor Car, Leon's Auto Repair, Holly's Auto Body and Repair, Napa Auto Parts, Belchertown, Statewide Auto Auctions, Hot Tables, Longo's Color Unlimiteds, Barco Automotive, Perry's Auto Parts. Brian Watson bought us a couple tires this year. And if I forgot, I can't forget Joey Ham, OJS Construction, the Pizza Shop. And if I forgot anybody, thank you guys.
Adam Gray, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you, sir.
Well, they call him the quiet one, but you were not quiet out there tonight. Jim Peterson, 2nd spot in that number 17 car. Hard drive for you.
Thank you. No, good solid finish for us. Adam had the better car tonight. Tried everything I could to reel him in, roll it, whatever I could do, and I wasn't gaining on him. So we'll take 2nd and try again next week.
Well, congratulations on the podium finish.
Thanks, Tony.
Well, Kevin Gambacorta, you drove the wheels off that thing, and you were starting to close the gap, but all of a sudden, time ran out, laps ran out. Congratulations, though, on 3rd spot.
Oh, thanks, man. I can't believe I'm running with these guys, Jim Peterson and Adam Gray. I mean, this is a top 3 in points right here, and we're running together. It's still pretty amazing to me that we can do this. Just got to thank my family and my wife, and you know, this car is so different than what these other guys are running, and it's the Jay Stewart stuff, so I thank him. Dave Miller from Auto Machine, Rafferty Fine Grade, and I got to thank the guys from the 5 Dare Stock crew. That's my pit crew, so thanks to Andy and all his guys.